It's finally time to go back to Pandora. The long-awaited Avatar sequel, Avatar: The Way of Water, is now out in theaters. The film sees James Cameron returning as writer, director and producer for the highly anticipated follow-up to the Academy Award-winning and box office smashing 2009 film. For the second film in the franchise, released 13 years after the first, Cameron reunited with co-producer Jon Landau and shares a screenplay credit with Josh Friedman. According to the official synopsis from 20th Century Studios, Avatar: The Way of Water is set more than a decade after the events of Avatar. The sequel begins to tell the story of the Sully family, Jake, Neytiri and their kids, the trouble that follows them, the lengths they go to keep each other safe, the battles they fight to stay alive, and the tragedies they endure. The first Avatar film introduced viewers to Pandora, where the Na'vi, a race of blue creatures who share a special connection with their planet, live. Humans, in the year 2154, are able to traverse the alien environment by connecting their minds to the bodies of an avatar. Among the humans is Jake Sully, Sam Worthington, a paraplegic marine who regains the ability to move when connected to the avatar. While interacting with the Na'vi, Jake falls in love with one named Neytiri, Zoe Saldana. As they become closer, he must help Neytiri and the other Na'vi protect their planet from a group of humans that wishes to exploit Pandora's natural resources. Avatar was a box office juggernaut and is still the top-grossing film of all time worldwide, having earned more than $2.8 billion. It is also currently the fourth highest-grossing film domestically. The film won 3 Oscars, Best Cinematography, Best Visual Effects and Best Art Direction, out of the 9 it was nominated for, including Best Picture. Worthington and Saldana lead the cast of Avatar: The Way of Water, reprising their characters, Jake Sully and Neytiri, from the first film. Joining them will be Sigourney Weaver, Stephen Lang, Cliff Curtis, Joel David Moore, CCH Pounder, Edie Falco, Jermaine Clement and Kate Winslet, among others. Fans of Avatar may be wondering how Weaver will be part of the Avatar: The Way of Water cast, since her character, Dr. Grace Augustine, the head of the Avatar program on Pandora, died in the first film. This time, she is playing a character named Kiri, who is the 14-year-old daughter of Jake Sully and Neytiri. The official teaser trailer for the film was released in May. The clip shows dazzling scenes from Pandora and features only one line of dialogue spoken by Worthington's Jake Sully, who says, "I know one thing: wherever we go, this family is our fortress." A first official trailer was released on November 2 and gave fans more of an idea of the story, as well as showcase the dazzling visuals they can expect. The latest official trailer, released November 21, was chock full of action, showing the characters fending off an invading force, this time on the water as opposed to on land like the first film. Saldana told Good Morning America she is emotional and all over the place now that Avatar: The Way of Water is finally being released, calling it a dream come true to see it come out. The Guardians of the Galaxy actress said the first Avatar movie holds a special place in her heart because of the conversation that it started about the environment. While Saldana said she is no longer able to hold her breath underwater for 5 minutes like she could during filming, which wrapped in 2018, she has been able to retain some of that information and practice those tools and teach my sons while they're learning to be fluid in the water. Weaver called the film such a complete experience and so moving in an interview with Good Morning America, adding that it doesn't feel like a film. The Aliens actress said she can often be a little critical during the initial viewing of a new project, but she and the rest of the cast were so swept away by the story when they saw the Avatar follow-up for the first time. To get her new character's voice down, Weaver said she studied what the voice of a 14-year-old would sound like and discovered there wasn't really an answer, as some voices of that age sounded young and some sounded adult. Instead, she said she had to unearth her own inner 14-year-old and just got out of her way. Worthington called the film an experience, telling Good Morning America, "You don't actually see this film, you're going to feel it." The actor said he saw the movie for the first time at an intimate screening with folks like Saldana and Weaver, and said there were a lot of tears going because of the story. The movie, it's a spectacle, but it's about protecting your family, and that really comes through, this love and what we would do for those that we love, he said. Worthington said he doesn't feel pressure for the follow-up to be as successful as the first, and he just hopes it connects emotionally to people. "That's what you hope for," he said. "You can't anticipate, big numbers or anything like that. That's not what you do this for. You do it to tell a story that emotionally resonates." While the first Avatar film clocked in at 162 minutes, 2 hours and 42 minutes, for its theatrical cut, Avatar: The Way of Water clocks in at 3 hours and 12 minutes, according to Showtime listings from both AMC and Regal movie theaters. Cameron told Empire magazine he didn't want anybody whining about the length of the film when it's commonplace for people to binge-watch television shows these days. Here's the big social paradigm shift that has to happen. It's okay to get up and go pee, he said. Will there be an Avatar 3? Yes, a third Avatar film is coming and is slated for release on December 20, 2024. Filming for Avatar 3, which currently has no official title, was done simultaneously with Avatar: The Way of Water. Will there be an Avatar 4? Yes, a fourth Avatar film has been announced and is slated for release on December 18, 2026. Will there be an Avatar 5? Yes, a fifth Avatar film has been announced and is slated for release on December 22, 2028. Cameron's feature directorial debut came in 1982 with Piranha 2: The Spawning, but that film pales in comparison to what followed. Cameron also has major credits as a writer, producer and editor. He won 3 Academy Awards for Titanic: Best Picture, Best Director and Best Film Editing.